material things are nice, but it's more important to do something you love.
Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do a what I got for Christmas video. I know Christmas was a little while ago, but I took a little break-ish, if you can call it that. My husband is a his job title is a little bit complicated, but he's pretty much a behavioral therapist, and he gets a week off for Christmas. And I decided to just, be off with him. So I tried to film a little bit, to be honest, but I never really got past like the intro because I'm not great at vlogging. But we had a great Christmas. I miss him being off already. When he's off, he's such a great help, and I love that for me. So he's back to work, so I guess I'm back to filming as well. So let's go ahead and hop into today's video. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was this multi-pochette accessoire. I asked for this one for Christmas, and I kind of knew it was coming because he kind of needed my assistance in picking out which one. So I knew I was getting this for Christmas, but I am absolutely in love with it. So I put it all together for the video, and I have to say that, it's a great quality bag. But the reason I bought it wasn't to wear it all together like this. Over the break, I wore it just as pouch inside of the Birkin 25 I have up there as kind of like a organizational catch-all type pouch. So I have yet to wear it all together. I don't think I will wear it all together. I think I will use the individual components for different things. Like when I have to lotion my hands, I will take my rings off and put it in here. I did that over the break too. I have yet to use the biggest pouch, but that's because none of my bags are big enough to use the biggest pouch. But the biggest pouch is probably the one I'm most likely to use as a bag by itself. The thing I got for Christmas is something I've been wanting for a long time. I really don't know why I haven't, picked this up for myself yet. But it is this Marc Jacobs Daisy perfume. I've always loved this perfume. And again, I should have bought this like years ago, but I just never got around to it. But I always love the scent of this perfume. This perfume feels very like spring, summer, but I did wear it a couple times during the break. It's very floral. I mean, it's called Daisy, so of course it's floral, but I just love the way or how light it smells. I don't like perfumes that smell too heavy. I don't like perfumes that smell too like old church lady, if you know what I mean. So I think this is perfect for me. I also want to try like I can't remember the company, but a company that makes scents but make them cheaper. I can't remember the name of it, but I wanted to try them because I've been wanting to try the Baccarat perfume, and I'm not about to pay like $250 or whatever the price is for some perfume. The next thing I wanted to talk about isn't here yet, but I definitely did buy myself another Christmas present. I contemplated it a little bit because the issue is that I might end up with two of something that I bought myself. But I'll go ahead and tell you what it is. I decided to get myself the Kelly 28 in black with gold hardware. Wearing the Birkin was fine. The day I chose to wear it was a catastrophe though, because I chose to wear it on like the worst day possible. Like I chose to wear it for errands, which is typically fine, but the type of errands I was running was the problem. I had went to Target and I needed these baskets to go under my nightstands that I just got. They were big. I should have got a cart, but I didn't get a cart. So it was all a lot. And then after that, I went to like Home Depot, and then it's like, what? It looked crazy to be walking around Home Depot with like that bag. So I chose to wear it on a bad day. I should have went with my Palm Springs mini backpack that day, but I didn't realize that I would want to go to the places that I went to, if that makes sense. It was kind of like the day of, I was like, oh, let's go here. Oh, let's go here. Especially since my husband was off and he was driving. So what I want to do next is get into some tech that I got for Christmas. The first thing I got was a external hard drive. I really like this external hard drive. You can use it for Mac and you can also use it for Windows. And I have a Windows all-in-one, and I also have a MacBook. So I like that I can use it I like that I can use it for either one. I really needed this because you know how storage is on a lot of devices. It's very limited. This one is a 2 terabyte hard drive. I have not used it yet, but I think it will come in very handy. The only thing that scares me about hard drives is that I know when they die, like there's no way to access what you have on it. So I really hope that never happens to me, because I'd be so sad. So I'm gonna make sure to also not put anything that's too important on the hard drive. Last things I want to talk about is kind of like a combo. These are what I got myself for Christmas. The reason I got it myself, my husband wanted to buy me both these items, but I knew he was gonna make me wait until Christmas to use them, and I'm not that patient, to be honest. So I bought them for myself. So I ended up buying these on Mercury, and I ended up saving a lot of money on them actually. I got this for, I can't remember the exact prices, but I'll put it on the screen what I bought these for. But I definitely bought both these items under retail. So I saved, let's say like $100 and like, I'm gonna go $130 together on these items. It's not like an obscene amount of money, but it's money that I didn't spend, and that's great for me. So I got the iPad mini, which is actually right here, because I wanted to have a smaller device because I travel back and forth to my childhood home where I grew up and where I live currently a lot. So I always bring my iPad whenever I go to those places, and I like to read on my iPad as well. So I used to have a 10-inch iPad, and it was a little bit big for what I like to do. And now this iPad can fit in my bigger bags, like the Birkin 25, and obviously a tote bag as well. This also had more storage than my previous iPad had. So I ended up going ahead and selling my iPad, which pretty much paid for like half of what this cost, because my iPad was like a 2017, so it was an older model, but it can still update to the latest iOS. So it was a pretty good iPad. So I hope whoever bought it is enjoying it. I also bought this iPad because I have been into digital planning for a while. I think I started digital planning in 2020, and I like that it saves paper and that I have access to this whenever I want to. I do not have GoodNotes on my phone, but I do like it on my iPad because, again, it keeps me organized. The planner I chose this year is a little bit complicated, though, to be honest. Like, it has a lot of tabs, and I'm not really used to that. I'm used to pretty much, like, the calendar and then, like, the weeks, and that's it. But this one has, like, finance planning, gym planning. You could document the books you read, the movies you watched. So it has a lot of things in this planner. And I think what I paid for it was pretty decent. And when I bought it, I shared it on Instagram, but I will put the link to the Etsy shop that I got this planner down below, because I think it's really nice for what it is. And the last thing I want to talk about is the pencil that I got to go with the iPad. The pencil is in my nightstand right now, but okay, I have like a story about this pencil. So I do recommend, you know, shops like Mercury and all those kind of things. But the issue that I tend to see sometimes when I do shop on places like Mercury is that it's up to the seller when they ship. And it's up to the seller whether or not they ship at all. So, you know, you could have those same problems. Let's say if I went to Target, Walmart, Best Buy to buy the item. Like, I could have bought it and then all of a sudden they're out of stock and they cancel my order. But they'll tell me within, like, let's say 24 hours whether or not they're out of stock. So the first Apple Pencil that I bought, I got it from this one guy, and I waited like, I want to say a week for him to ship. And then eventually I was like, okay, let me go ahead and cancel this one. And then after I canceled it, he messaged me and was like, oh, I got in an accident, but if you repurchase it, I'll buy it. And then I asked my husband about it. I was like, do you think I should purchase it from this person? And he was like, no, they already, you know, didn't send it once. Let's not, you know, repeat the pattern. So I was like, okay. So I just canceled it, kind of ignored his message, whatever, moved on. The next seller I bought it from, they give you like a 3-day window to ship. And so it got to like the 3rd day and then nothing. So again, I was just kind of like over it. So I canceled it, or I requested it for it to be canceled, and the seller can decide whether or not it should be canceled. And so I requested it to be canceled, and they canceled it like immediately. So I was like, if you had no intention of shipping the item, why do you even have it listed in the first place? And so come around to this one that I have now, the third one I purchased, I messaged them and I was like, you know, please let me know if you can ship it and all that kind of stuff. Like, I wasn't like hasty or rude about it. I told her to take her time, but it's like, let me know if it's going to come or not. So I'm not over here waiting and wasting my time. When I could just go and get the device, period. So she told me that she could ship it. She actually shipped it the next day, and here it is. So Mercury can be such an up and down process, but I do like the fact that I did save money on these things. Like I think I saved like 30 bucks on this, and really can't remember how much money I saved on the iPad, but overall I saved a bit of change. So that is everything. Well, not everything. That's most of what I got for Christmas. There's a couple items that I just didn't mention, like cash, and I got an editing program and those kind of things, but I just didn't talk about them in this video. So that is what I chose to share what I got for Christmas. As far as updates go, as I told you guys in my last video, these videos are about to come to an end overall as far as like bag videos and all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping to be done by February, like the 1st of February, but I have not received the last couple of items that I wanted to talk about on my channel yet. So we shall see, because the items I'm waiting for are collaborations, and as I always tell you guys, that if I agree to do a collaboration, I will film the video if the item is good quality. So that is it for today's video, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll see you next week. All right, bye.